this place is buzzing. Are they all here waiting for Full Wish to grant their wishes?
A rich person like Full Wish can make most people's wildest dreams come true with the snap of her fingers. I'm less curious about who she'll help than what she wants for herself.
If money could really accomplish everything, the IPC wouldn't be eyeing this world. My bet, I'm sure that Full Wish wishes the tragedy 15 years ago never happened. Erasing history. Can the laughter really pull it off?
In past victory records, there have been countless and often bizarre instances where the victor used the elation's authority to change reality. You have to understand, the Phantasmoon Games isn't just some wish-granting lamp. What makes it irresistible is that it turns the one who wishes into the genie.
That's quite alluring. Have you heard about the noblest worm Aha made godlike? It became the happiest creature in existence. Happy enough to burst apart, leaving no intact body behind.
Your knowledge of these unofficial records is enough to rival ours. Since you see things so clearly, Mr. Ashvale, why sign up for the games?
Miss Kuchiba, is that a rhetorical question? Or are you fishing for a confession?
Fishing. Don't be afraid. Now that you're a supplicant, public officials like me no longer have any authority over you. I'm guessing what you want goes beyond a straightforward act of revenge, beyond a vigilante execution carried out in public. If you were only out to avenge friends, with or without the Phantasmoon Games, someone like you would toss laws and decorum aside and do what needs to be done. So tell me, Mr. Ashvale, what do you actually hope to get from the games?
Consider it a mystery. If I make it to the end, you'll know the answer before Aha does.
Well then, I'd be honored. Just don't let your wish ruin our lives here.
Daily life here fits like a tailored prison uniform. Wear it too long and you forget what your bones should feel like. Ugh. It's time to break free. Look at these prisoners of routine before us. Full Wish hasn't shown up yet. Let's talk with the members of the Research Society. Maybe we can coax something useful out of them.
I got called into another chat with the boss today. Never thought he'd care about me this much. Everyone is smiling at me. The office feels downright cheerful. These days, I go home, change my baby boy's diaper, help my daughter with her homework, prepare tomorrow's lunch, and clean up the house. It's hard to describe how satisfying that feels. When Emma left me, she must have left the kids to me for my own happiness. When I look back, I realize I was someone who had it good, and I never understood how lucky I was.
Right? All thanks to Miss Foolish. Yesterday, during my tumor removal, the anesthesia wore off halfway through. I squinted and watched the doctors pull all kinds of things out of my stomach. There was this lump still twitching when they cut it out. I used to be too weak to even get out of bed, but after the society's treatment, I am almost ready to walk out of the hospital.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I kind of want to see someone slice me open too. It should be fun.
Hey, did you two hear about the Sinwish Syndicate?
You've come to the right person. My neighbor got a visit from their debt collectors. You should have heard the racket. saw the news too. Those parasites who ruined the peace, who kept people from being happy. Gone! Wiped clean! Oh, praise Aha! Wait, they extorted you too?
Something like that. Still owed their underboss tens of thousands of credits.
So your debt's wiped clean. Oh, must feel pretty great, huh?
We meet again. Hey, Lady Megatron. How have you been?
Good. Since I joined the Research Society, I've made so many new friends. In the past, I struggled with mobility. I always had to work 3 or 4 times harder than the other Mechatrons, just to keep up. A lot of Imaginae think factory-made types like me don't count as their own. And humans look at us and see soulless machines. If every sentient being has a home, then even the scrapyard is closed to me. I'm not even considered recyclable waste. But here, in the society, no one cares what I am or what I can do. They just see me as a normal person.
Congrats. You found your home.
Aha said the same. They and everyone here are my family.
Aha talks to you.
Of course. You mean you can't hear them? Guess you're not happy enough yet.
Don't worry. Once you join the society, you will. No pain, no tears, just pure joy. The society makes everyone happy.
Looks like it's about time. If the star of the show doesn't show up soon, the crowd's gonna burst with anticipation.
Everyone, please make some room for Miss Fullwish.
By the Master of Elation, may they bless all souls and grant them smiles. Are you all happy today?
Very happy!
Thank you for your smiles. They're like lamps in the dark. So precious. But before we celebrate the elation, let me share a memory drenched in tears. It once dragged me into the abyss. Yet, it also taught me what the elation really means. As you all know, 15 years ago, during the Phantasmoon Games, the shadow cast by the Herald of Death swallowed this place whole. That day, I lost my parents, my classmates, and the others. The morning greetings, the little daily chatter, all went silent under that crimson dusk. After that, for a very, very long time, all that remained of my world, a door shut tight, a room steeped in silence, and a wound in my heart that would never heal. Just hearing the words, Herald of Death, made me shake uncontrollably. I even once thought the only escape was to follow the dead and leave with them. Back then, I was just an empty shell. Breathing, beating, but lifeless inside. And just as my soul was about to fade away, an old lady from the Mutual Aid Society knocked on my door. She didn't offer empty words of comfort. She just looked me in the eyes and asked, "Child, would you try stepping outside this door? Out there are many people broken by pain, just like you. But together, we can start picking up the pieces, one by one." She smiled at me. A warm, gentle smile. And in that smile, I felt the master of elation grant me a reason to live. At the Mutual Aid Society, I saw countless souls scarred by fate. Some bore wounds beyond healing, and some had lost their loved ones. Each of us bore a different wound, but every wound got deep. And yet, what truly moved me wasn't the pain. It was how, beneath those scars, they still reached out to one another, offering a smile to a child who'd stopped crying, lending a guiding hand to someone lost. They taught me something precious. Pain can destroy a person, but the wish to bring elation to others can spark the fire of rebirth. That was when Aha's voice echoed again in the silence of my heart. The smiles passed from one another through mutual aid is Aha's most precious blessing. It does not belong only in the small room of a support group. It yearns to illuminate hearts lost in darkness. Each time we share a true smile, it's as if we hear Aha's voice. And when that voice rings out, all suffering fades, all pain is healed, and everyone knows what true happiness feels like. That's why the Research Society of Happy Smiles was founded. I will share this divine smile with all of you.
No more sorrow, please.
Everyone, I have questions for you. When was the last time you truly smiled? How long has it been since you felt happy from the bottom of your heart? Minato, do you ever feel like your days are looping endlessly, like an old silent film, repeating until it suffocates you? And when you realize that loop might never end, does despair flood in like the tide?
You're right.
Miss Bell Woods, you left school full of dreams, only to have your resume rejected again and again. You told your parents you were busy in Seafeld City, hiding your heartbreaking loneliness behind that lie.
Please, help me.
And Taija did the cold exclusion at school and the indifference of the adults who should have cared build a wall around your heart. One that made you afraid to open yourself up to the world again.
Yes.
When we were born, no one had to teach us how to smile. But who would have thought that one day, even smiling would become so hard. Once, our world was blessed by Aha's grace. A gentle world in canvas, painted in elation. For centuries, humans and Imaginaes lived freely together in that eternal haven. Until the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation violently tore us away from that sanctuary. They brought us their so-called inter-astral civilization, imposed their so-called standards of happiness, and told us that life's ultimate joy lies in self-focus, self-indulgence, and self-satisfaction. They flooded us with dazzling material desires, blinding our hearts. They fed arrogance and prejudice into our minds through the network, making us chase pleasure for ourselves and forget that true elation is found when we smile together. Wish power has turned into fuel. Credits jingle where heartfelt laughter used to ring. We drown in anxiety, competition, and an endless sense of not being enough. And in all that noise, we can no longer hear Aha's gentle voice. Elation, the truest light of life itself, is being eaten away and replaced by the external.
You said it. I work myself to death for scraps, and my boss doesn't even notice.
And those useless loudmouths online. They do nothing with their lives, yet constantly judge everyone else.
The IPC is nothing but a nest of vampires! They're feeding off of us!
Miss Flowish, please tell us how to be happy!
Look around you. This land was once blessed by the master of elation. And yet now, it's overflowing with misery. Everyone's chasing their own happiness, but in doing so, they wound others without even noticing. Do you remember the moment I found happiness again? It was when someone who was suffering just as I was, smiled at me. Even through their pain, they gave me that smile. A smile filled with blessings. That smile saved my life. So listen well. Only by opening your heart and sharing your smile with another can you truly grasp what happiness means. It isn't just giving a smile. It's embracing the power that Aha bestowed upon us to smile. Join the Research Society of Happy Smiles. I'll help you rediscover the smile buried within yourself, and Aha will grant your life a transformation. Our mission doesn't end with finding our own smiles. We must bring them to the world and spread true happiness across all existence. While others pray to the eons for their own desires, we, the true followers of Aha, carry a higher calling to fulfill their wish.
To fulfill Aha's wish?
Yes, to still every cry of sorrow, to wipe away every bitter tear. We will rebuild. A world where smiles never fade and elation never dies.
Eternal happiness! Eternal laughter!
The speech is over. What's your take, Detective?
She's so far gone, it's hard to make sense of it.
Then let's not overthink it. Let's talk to her directly. Miss Fullwish, I'm Kuchiba from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'd like to have a chat with you.
I see. You're here about the Sinwish Syndicate case, aren't you?
So, you were expecting us.
Oh, I heard the news. The entire Sinwish Syndicate massacred in Dovebrook District. Ah, such a cursed place. They may not have been saints, but I still pray for them. May their souls rest in peace.
Oh. How merciful of you. Though, rumor has it the Research Society of Happy Smiles had a few run-ins with them regarding recruitment, donations, turf. Sounds like plenty of reasons for conflict, don't you think?
Are you suggesting we had the Sinwish Syndicate killed? For conflicted interests?
Whoa, wait, that's not what I said.
You know nothing about our finances. Every expense is covered by a charitable foundation established with the compensation from 15 years ago. We don't need a single cent from our members. When I heard about this tragedy, I personally allocated relief money for the victims' families to keep order and peace in Dovebrook. Tell me, Miss Kuchiba, someone copied the Herald of Death and slaughtered dozens. What will your Department of Aberration Defense do this time?
We never released that detail. How do you know someone's imitating the Herald of Death?
Isn't that what you've been waiting for? For the killer to slip up so you can swoop in and tie everything up nicely? 15 years have passed. You don't seriously believe we're still living in an age where information can be sealed off at will, do you? From the very day the murders occurred, the news has long since spread online. The Sinwish Syndicate paid a fortune for some ancient mask, and the next thing you know, they're all dead. The scene painted red with traces of the bloody bloom.
Please pay no attention to baseless rumors.
Rumors? And yet you're here. That alone proves one thing. The rumors are true. And the new Herald of Death really does exist. Otherwise, why do you suspect me? Only someone who knows the original case could recreate it so perfectly, right? Everyone! You heard our conversation, didn't you? The Herald of Death has returned. He's here, in Dovebrook. He's slain the entire Sinwish Syndicate. He's back to relive the carnage of the Phantom Moon Games.
The Herald of Death? Didn't the officials declare him executed? How has he appeared again?
He's immortal? A demon? He's back for revenge! He'll take revenge on everyone. We're doomed!
Aren't gang members the very people who steal smiles from others? And isn't the best way to make bad people happy to erase them from the world? Wouldn't that be doing something good?
Yeah, Sister Mechatron is right! Those thugs deserved it.
Back from the dead? Lies! The IPC kept him alive to wield him as their weapon.
You useless officials! 15 years ago, you failed and let him get away! And that's why he's back again now!
Everyone, there's no need to panic. Remember who you are. You are those who live beneath Aha's brilliance, who have claimed happiness and cast off the shackles of suffering. Once the herald of death fed on our fear and tears, that was the source of his power. Look at the smiles on the faces of those around you. There is no fear left in our hearts, no tears left in our eyes. All that remains is resolve, happiness, and faith in the elation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles will protect this world. Etch this into your hearts. The happy do not die, for even death cannot touch a heart filled with happiness.
What's going on? There's something very wrong about this woman.
Yes, as long as we're happy enough, there's nothing to fear. We won't die.
Happiness is our weapon. Happiness will destroy the Herald of Death. Happiness will save this world. Operation Spread Happiness.
Let happiness infect everyone and spread to every corner of the sky. Make the Phantom Moon smile. Make Lord Aha laugh until they cry for us.
Back the Phantom Moon with happiness. Happiness.
Silence! My apologies, officers. I can't provide anything useful for now, but rest assured, I'll cooperate with any investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense or the Security Bureau. And of course, I'll fulfill my civic duty. Whether it's the newly emerged Herald of Death or the various upheavals surrounding the Phantasmoon Games, the Research Society of Happy Smiles will handle them appropriately. What we protect is the future and the smiles of plain Arcadia. Or perhaps, after all this, you too have felt that yearning within your hearts. Would you like to join us to embrace eternal happiness?
I'll pass. But I've got a feeling we'll meet again.
Miss Fullwish, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be like this.
May the Master of Elation watch over all and bless you with their everlasting smile.
Let go of your obsession. Let go of the shadow in your arms. Let go of that false sense of responsibility. You're the one who should be dead, aren't you? Come, join your brothers. Let the gears grind to a halt. Let the hands fall still and end that life of yours that was never meant to be.
Sorry. That day will come. But for now, there are more important things I must do.
What did you say?
Nothing. Never mind. Looks like Full Wish is a much slyer fish than expected. The bait was there. But she ignored it. And instead, she stirred up a whirlpool.
Quite the opposite, actually. Not only did she take our bait, but she also flat out told us she couldn't care less about the hook.
Was there something I missed?
The bloody bloom mark from the Sinwish Syndicate massacre. How did she know that detail? When we specifically obfuscated it with special mark, even in our internal reports. She broadcasted this information word for word, and even used it to stir up public sentiment, scattering it across the place like tossing blood-soaked feed into a fish pond. Now stopping the rumors from spreading will be even harder.
Well, maybe she has her connections, or maybe she made a lucky guess as one of the victims. Regardless, she's right about one thing. Trying to stop something from spreading today sure is a lot more difficult than 15 years ago.
So, Mr. Ashvale, did your lucky radar start blaring when it came to Full Wish?
There is something very wrong about that woman. You saw the way she played the crowd, huh? I guarantee you that it had nothing to do with her public speaking skills. She could very well be a supplicant in disguise. Still, this whole run has been smooth to an unbelievable degree. We got our bearings in no time at all. So, let's keep our prized fish in the pond for now. Full Wish is not going anywhere.
You're right. It's too risky to make a direct move against a well-respected philanthropist and media tycoon. Maybe we should start with the people around her.
There were people from all walks of life at the gathering just now. Workers, suits, students, the elderly, and even Mechatrons. Judging by their crazed enthusiasm, I highly doubt they'd be willing to testify against Full Wish. But I have my ways.
Mr. Ashvale, coercive interrogation is strictly against the rules. Please refrain from doing it somewhere I can't...
Don't get the wrong idea. I meant an old friend that I spotted at the gathering. By the way, ever watch Daybreak Squadron? It's on Sunday nights at 8.
I thought you weren't a TV person.
Not me. Mr. N. He watches it.
Your monkey is quite the child at heart.
Anyway, come on. Let's go get an autograph from our heroic film star.